Coach Larry Mills has come up with his 200th victory in his career. Coach, congratulations on such an unbelievable feat. Your team came out here. You'll be hosting the state championship game. Faith Christian came up with a dramatic one-point victory, 29-28. Let's see if we can adjust your microphone here as we start this interview. But Junior Flores, as well as he's played all year, Coach, today not only was a great runner, he was a great thrower. He was great on special teams, a great defender. If you're going to advance to a state championship game, how fitting is it that your best player comes out here and does just an unbelievable job?
Well, I thought he played really well, but I thought Bobby Anderson played an exceptional game too. He put some passes right on the money, and he had a couple others that could have been caught that were just a little high. But how about that passing game? Where's that been all year?
That was simply unbelievable. And one thing you wanted to do all season, you wanted to find Mike Toft, and today you found Mike Toft.
Yeah, Mike played really well, blocked well. They got a heck of a team. It wasn't any shabby team that we beat today, and to beat them on their home field twice, that's a great big win for us. The guys, I just can't say enough about the way they've responded. You go back to the Sterling, and it looked pretty bad, but the way they come back and played, and as explosive as Eaton is, that's as good a football team as we'll have to play, I guarantee you.
Every time your team needed a big play, I was trying to pinpoint what was the play that turned around this ball game, and I thought towards the end of the first half, those 3 straight incompletions, and then the blocked field goal by Junior Flores, that was a big play. But then, of course, then you were pinned down 2nd and 15 from your own 30-yard line, and you had Junior throw that pass. Is there any big play you could point out that really turned around this game?
No, in a semifinal game, there's a tremendous number of big plays, and there's none any bigger than the past one. You know, the last play is always big. You know, everything magnifies itself. And I thought our kids handled themselves. I was a little worried. We got the big fumble right off the first play of the game, and I thought, oh, man. And then he turned around and gave it back. And then we put together a really nice drive and did some nice stuff on it.
Now, you told us on Wednesday that one thing your team needed to do was control the clock and run more plays, and your team ran 37 of the game's 53 first plays, and that looked like it set the tone for the rest of the game.
Well, you got to keep the ball away from them, and we didn't do that towards the end, but we were getting really tired, and I wanted to keep the clock running, and I just didn't think we needed to throw it anymore, and I thought their kids played really hard. And Marty Morales he showed a lot of guts because his ankle was sprained so bad. Yesterday it was swollen up, black and blue, and he played the whole game almost. But there's a lot of heroes out there today. It was great.
Now, you had somewhat of a criticism for your defense last week towards the second half when they struggled just a little bit and they gave up the 28 points.
You had more criticism than I did.
Well, probably I did. I don't want to put words in your mouth, Coach, but today they were just outstanding against a team that can move the ball down the field. Of course, Loftus had about 250 yards passing, but they were bending, but they didn't break it all.
Yeah, and they didn't run like they're capable of running. I mean, we gave them yards, but they couldn't run at will like they did against Evergreen and against Fountain Carson, and they didn't run as good against us this time as they did last time. But last time I thought we were lucky to win. This time I thought we controlled the game from the get-go, and that was big for us.
Finally, Coach, what about special teams? Because today it looked like the kickoffs that Bobby Anderson was booting off his foot. I thought they were very effective towards the sidelines. Eaton started out in poor field position for the majority, especially that second half.
Yeah, it was big. That was big. And I can't say enough about the way Bobby played. He just threw the ball, kept his poise, handled himself really well. And we needed a big game out of him, and we got it.
I know this is like a cliche-ish question, but has it hit you yet that you're going to the state championship game, considering where you were Big Four after losing by 17 points at home to Fort Morgan?
Well, we just wanted to get there. I mean, the kids were bound determined. We worked extremely hard after that to turn it around. And hey, these guys are road warriors, man. We played 6 of the last 7 on the road and won them all. So it's nice to home. Got to love that Beet Digger Stadium.
Absolutely. Anything else you can tell the Beet Digger fans, Coach? You're going home. You're playing for another state championship. Of course, I believe this is your 10th trip to the state finals, or
yes,
is it?
It is.
And of course, coming off your 200th victory, this is probably in all your years of coaching one of the biggest days in your life because you've reached such a milestone in winning 200 games.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just an honor, and it's a tribute to all the fine athletes and all the great coaches that have coached with me. I didn't play in any one of those 200 wins, and the kids played in them, and they're the ones that deserve it. And I just appreciate that they give 100% for me, and that's all I can ask.